What's up, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Okay So Boom. We have another action packed and exciting episode where we're going to talk about some interesting pop news and topics. I'm here with some of my favorite people, Monique,
How y'all doing?
Matthew Morales,
What up?
Ryan,
What's up?
and I'm Chamire. So, how was everybody's week? Anybody do anything interesting?
Adopt a highway cleanup. My hands
Oh,
are a little sore from walking 4 miles and constantly picking stuff up off the ground. But
on the sunniest day we had this week.
Right.
it was hot. It was like 86 degrees out there walking next to a highway.
Was that work? Or you
Yeah.
just, oh, okay. How about you, Mo Weezy?
I planned a trip to Home Depot, but I didn't actually make it to Home Depot.
None of the whole week.
No. I just wasn't feeling it this week.
It be like that.
I did get scheduled for my COVID vaccine though.
Oh, jelly.
They
Mine's on
happened like
Monday.
super quick. I registered and they had already had it open for everybody over 16. So I was like, it's just a matter of time. And then literally sometimes you can have too good of a neighbor because I ran into a neighbor that got hers. And then she was like, yeah, you can get it right now. And I was like, stop. But it turned out to be true. Like shortly thereafter, I managed to get an appointment. So Thursday, your girl gonna be vaccinated. So if y'all don't see me at Thursday,
Don't say that.
No, right?
Thoughts and prayers.
It's the first one, right?
Yeah.
Good. So I don't know anybody. I'm not to say it's not going to happen, but I don't know anybody who didn't feel well after the first one.
And it's Pfizer.
It was the second one for me.
It's Pfizer.
Wait,
You
what
get
happened
Moderna or
after the
Pfizer?
second?
The second one, I had the symptoms, the chills, the fever, all that stuff, but it was real quick. It was like
That's
12
what I've been
hours.
hearing, that it's quick
Yeah.
to get the vaccine. So I'm gonna get it. I'm going to get it.
2 weeks for me. Florida's slow with it. Florida, like,
Yeah.
oh, I knew they had to focus on the elderly population here.
Uh-huh.
Listen, I told my mom, I was like, if they ain't got it by now, oh well, I'm getting mine in 2 weeks. 2 weeks, I ain't trying to hear nothing. They better get it now
Oh,
before
yeah.
they open it up. But
We're trying to get back to life as we know it. You
right,
know? Like,
right.
tired of this mess, especially the people that actually been trying to quarantine and people that got
Right
kids that can't afford to die out here in these streets. I've been I'm ready. We got kids. I can't just be risking it all for, a trip to the mall. That's game. So yeah, I'm ready.
I feel you. How about you, Ryan? Did you do anything interesting this week?
Not really.
I think you did.
I saw
I
a
see
movie.
something interesting.
Oh, I forgot.
See what you did?
Week.
I decided to shave my head off, my hair off, not my head.
Oh, don't shave
not the
your
whole
head off.
Okay, that's too much.
But more interesting, I went and saw a movie because it opened my little theater.
No, let's go back to your head. So how do you feel? How do you like it?
Honestly, I forget that I even did it because I already kept it really low. So because I had so much forehead already, it looks like nothing happened until I do like this. Then you can tell it's starting to grow back.
Oh, you already got a shadow, player. Look at that.
Yeah. So it's going to be a little bit more maintenance than I expected because I thought it was going to last a week. It did not last a week. It lasted like 3 days.
Your hair not just not gonna grow for a week.
Yeah, them dudes be shaving their head every day. You got to commit, player.
Right.
Not every day. Maybe twice a week. Maybe
you can do like that man I saw on the internet and get his head waxed and then get it ripped off and it hurt him real bad. You didn't see that? Nobody saw that? I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna put it in the chat. He wanted to smack the dude who was pulling his wax off, but everybody in the shot, he did his head, he did his ears, and he did his nostrils all at the same time. And the dude was like, whap, whap. And then he's like, whap, whap. But when he got to that head, you can't just whap that. That's a couple.
You can't whap that. I don't No.
No, thank you.
But it lasted for weeks.
Mm.
So was it 5 minutes?
You done had all your hair whapped out.
5 minutes of pain, and then you get up to 4 to 6 weeks of no shaving. I mean, if you're gonna commit. That's what I'm saying. Don't dabble
No,
in it.
nobody else is doing that. So no, I'm
It
not
sounds
going.
unimaginable. It's unimaginable, that type of
Nobody
stuff.
else is doing that.
Yeah.
Women wax places that are sensitive.
Yeah, but not your whole head. Them sensitive areas ain't the circumference of a dome piece.
Some of them might be. Some of them might be.
It's a good circumference down there. It might
depends on
be
the looseness
more than
of the
a
individual.
head. I don't know.
I'm glad we drowned Matt out. I don't know what he said, but
No, they make those
What you say?
the palm shaver things. I get
Yeah.
advertisements for those on Facebook.
yeah, I saw that. I'm thinking about it, but I don't know if I'm commit or not. So we'll see. So far, I like it. We'll see in a couple
gotta get
weeks.
used to
I mean, it's not bad. You shaved off your hair. You ain't shaved off your face. You still.
Okay, if Matt came in with no hair, you would just be like, cool.
No, I'd be like, explain. Explain yourself.
My cheeks are too big and my head is too little. I can't pull it off.
Yeah, and then you had a little peanut, and then not just that, but you do got a little peanut head, and don't be saying nothing because you said I got a big head, and so it is what it is.
I'm gonna go do it in public. I would go let the world know.
I mean, if the world got eyes, then they might be able to see. It should be. I don't know. Anyway, no, he can't just come home bald because I'm gonna talk about him first of all because I know somebody he done trusted with his head done messed up because that's the only time his hair is below a 2.
Oh, see, I the constant 1. I'm always at a 1.
See,
so.
yeah, if it's lowered in a 2, I know somebody need they ass whooped. If I can say it.
Oh my gosh. Well, if you happy, I'm happy. If you love it, I will grow to love it too.
Blessings.
He got the Jordan look going on.
Yeah, he looked like he could hit that jump man now.
I can't.
Okay. All right, y'all. Let's go and move into topic number 1, which is not mine, but the love guru, Derrick Jaxn. We all heard about him.
Yeah.
If you don't know who Derrick Jaxn is, he's a self-acclaimed love expert who mostly gives advice to women on how to deal with men, and then I guess he gives advice to men on how to treat women, but it's mostly, if you ever caught like his like Facebook or Instagram, it always seems like it's kind of negative towards the man.
Mm-hmm.
But I never pay attention to him because I mean I might catch like 1 or 2, but I never really was like a follower of him. But he has a great following, a large following, I should say. Great as in large. But he didn't got caught up in a little scandal. Seems like the love guru who was advocating for women to leave their cheating spouses and boyfriends and this and that was caught cheating. The mistress came forward. Is that what happened?
Yeah.
One so far, yeah.
Yeah.
I think it was
actually 2. One of them was a surgeon. She was making that bread. Mm-hmm.
What?
One of them was a surgeon, the whole entire medical doctor.
Why that struck me so funny. What was she, Monique?
Like a whole entire medical doctor.
Not a half of one, but she was a whole one.
Because you done made it to surgeon level, and your mind didn't tell you this was a bad idea. Come on now, girl.
Well, give me some insight on what you think about the situation, Monique.
I mean, first of all, I was not a follower of his big time. His videos would appear in my feed. I would watch as much as I could tolerate, especially if he was kind of going back and forth with somebody that I like my homeboy, Ryan Davis, that comedian. When they like that going back and forth like that, I was paying attention. But I mean, because I just don't subscribe to that type of thinking because there is no perfect method. Y'all remember we tried to answer that question, and it's hard to answer what makes a relationship perfect or work out or whatever. Now you got this man over here capitalizing on telling people, this is how you do it and who not to trust. And you doing the same stuff, and he like, I'm glad people could see me not perfect. And it's like, no, the point is people have let relationships go listening to your foolery. They could, you have to be the person that determines your own worth. Can't nobody sit in their car in their seatbelt and tell you that. That's number one. Okay, your car's parked, you got your seatbelt on. I already knew something was wrong with it. And then just his whole persona and his whole image, it just seems really contrived and really like, let me go to where I think the money resides. And that's why I think they flipping on over to religion now, because if you lose regular women, church women might still listen to you. And that's really, really, really pathetic. That now they're like, oh, God came in. Don't you do that. God been busy with Corona. He ain't got time for this foolishness.
Well, guys, did you know who he was before this whole thing? Like the spotlight was on him and his wife.
So oh, go ahead, Matt.
Oh, I was just gonna say, I've seen a couple videos of him in my news feed or whatever on Facebook, scrolling past like NBA highlights, and I'd be like, who is this dude and why is he showing up? Like, I don't like this man hating Ninja Turtle looking dude. Right. And I found out what he did through you guys. And I was like, man, his wife needs to throw him out the front door like Jazz from the Fresh Prince. And
with a little holler too.
And I saw his video where he's trying to explain sitting there with his wife, and I'm just like, man, why is he? Not only did he cheat on her, but now he's making her suffer through this public execution almost by other people. So I mean, he's not a good dude. Like,
no, I don't think so.
Yeah,
Ryan, what do you think about him? Or did you have any background with him or no?
Just same as Matt, like maybe a couple videos, and I never got through any of them because he was just kind of too self-righteous for me.
Yeah.
So it was like, it's not really for me. But then you see other people reacting to his reactions. It's just like a chain of people reacting. So I guess there was money, some good money to be made.
He got a big YouTube following.
Yeah, being in his clique or being in his mentions was making people money. But that's the way it is. Like, people put faith in people who talk about things and they don't know, like, how do you know he's not the person that he's talking about? And now you do know.
Right. I mean, it's just, if hooking would not be a profession as long as it was, if there wasn't so many
I was like, wait,
people,
okay.
If there weren't so many pimpable people in this world, there would be very few hookers on the street. That's just how I feel. That man really pimped a whole lot of people into thinking, like, give me your money. I'm giving you what you need. I'm making you complete and whole. Man, Derrick.
Yeah, it takes a special psychology.
Okay, before I get on to his wife, I think playing devil's advocate, and hopefully this doesn't like step on any toes, but it is not often you see a Black man advocating so hard for Black women.
Yeah.
And I think that was what the appeal was for him. Like, oh yes, tell them how to treat us, or tell or I should leave him because I'm worth more than this. So I think that was a lot of his appeal, because we don't got a lot of people that be rooting for us all the time, and that's just facts. But his wife, like Matt said, first of all, I think when we talked last week about, what a hard deal breaker was, I think cheating and adultery came up, and some of us said maybe, some of them said that's definite. Maybe we could get through that, but definitely I'm not gonna be sitting next to you holding your hand while you confess to your sins. This is your cross. It's not my cross. So why am I sitting up there? And then the internet like attacked her, and I don't agree with that. Anybody got how they feel about that one?
So it seemed like she was prey. Like when you dig deeper into her whole thing that's happening. Like I saw a video, like a video led to another video that led me to another video, right? And just the stuff she's been writing and the stuff that she was talking about beforehand. Like I think she was somebody he attached himself to, or she attached herself to him, and then this has been their life the whole time. So I'm not saying she's not a victim, because she is a victim, but she knew what was going on. Like, this wasn't a surprise to her. And in my opinion, like, a lot of the stuff that she used to say like watching that video, it was very telling to that's the way the relationship actually was.
Oh, I I I feel like, yeah, I feel like instead of pray, I think like he had her in that video to take some of the pressure off of him, and
Yeah.
that and this succeeded, because instead of sitting in your truth and owning everything that you
Right.
did, let me sit my wife next to me. So, because the internet, he knows the internet. It's not his first time on the internet.
Yes.
He knows
Yes.
that they're gonna come for her,
Right one, Chamire.
up or down. He knows that.
Mhm.
And so why would you don't have to be hit, all dialed up from head to toe, but at least
Right.
if we're about to make a YouTube video that millions of people are going to see, babe, listen, I don't want nobody coming for you. Take
Right.
take your helmet of righteousness off just for a second.
But who's to say he didn't tell her to dress like that though? Like you said, maybe he knew and he choreographed it.
I mean, but
Like
they
make her into a meme to get this off of me. I don't know. The whole thing, the whole life now seems fake to me. Like both
Yeah.
these people don't seem like real people anymore.
Like I almost feel like they both already kind of knew that this thing was breaking, and they've been trying to figure out how to not fumble the bag the whole time. I feel like, he probably, like, if she looks like an Instagram model, they gonna come for him and be like, your wife looks the way that you told us we didn't have to look. It wasn't never gonna be good enough. Derrick was the one that made these women feel like, you're perfect no matter what. So if he has somebody trying to be perfect sitting next to him, he's gonna look like an even bigger hypocrite. Because I don't think I saw her idea of dressing up too though, and you got some explaining to do, because she looked like she on the deacon board. So either way,
Yeah, I think we see that same one.
Go ahead on and keep the helmet of righteousness on, girl, because you're not gonna be like she was ready for Easter, and I know. Come on,
but I
now.
think you sent me the clip or the message where years back ago she was into some self-hating type stuff.
Yes.
But that was before this even came to light. So she was always a little bit off. Like they both was a little bit off, right?
Yeah.
And like she said, she hated her daughter's dark skin, and I was just like, woo, crazy attract crazy, don't they?
Stuff. And that's the thing, like, it is something to me how, like, when people, like regular church folk that go to church and they still normal, like, you don't even know they really go unless they tell you, and y'all want to have that discussion. When people shove it down your throat like that, they crazy. They've been dealing with some stuff. Like, it's a different type of dynamic between two different types of church folk, where they say, you got the regular salt of the earth folks, and then you got the people that's just too salty.
You don't got to be that. My pastor always say, you don't have to be spilling that message 24/7, like your presence.
But she spoke it like a mantra. It was like she just going and going and going.
Yeah.
This is somebody, when you got a scripture for everything, you probably done been through everything. And that's sad.
So who saw the video? This is what got me. This was actually probably before some of the other stuff, but when he was reacting to himself like he wasn't himself, and then pumping himself up, I was like, he's like, yeah, because I agree with him. I feel like he did the right thing. Of course you feel like he did right, because he is you, cray McCray. Oh my goodness. Like,
he took that down. He deleted that.
Oh, he did?
Because he got drug after that. Like,
I'm glad you said something. I was about to look it up because I want to see how many hits they got. Because I could see that, like, okay, I'm about to lose this line of credit, basically. Let me drop one more video to milk it. But you say he took it down, so
he did take it down.
I don't think you make money off of things you take down. But I bet you he would have had like 2 million hits if he had left it up.
It probably had millions of hits already because people were just looking at it. People just couldn't believe the narcissistic behavior.
Because it's still out there. You might as well get your last little check.
Nothing's deleted off the internet. And Charlemagne talked about that video when he was commenting on himself. So,
right.
that probably drove millions of hits right there.
So you should have left it then. Made that money.
Right, because it's already out
one
there.
Last time.
It's already out there.
It's still there. It's on the internet somewhere.
What'd you say, Matt?
I say it's on the internet somewhere. Nothing is deleted on the internet.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
He's not making the money off
of
it though. Yeah, but he's not gonna get that money though off third party. He should have left it up on his own page. Unless he's trying to pivot into, like you said, in the church and drop some books.
Well, he did. That's the thing. Okay, I mean, like it make you, we really think about these topics so when we talk about them. But okay, so ironically, nobody knew that he had cheated on his wife, right? But now there's a book that they dropped about healing their relationship. So I wonder if he did all this to kind of promote that book and it backfired, because what's the that he drops a book about healing and then these people come out. I kind of think like he was like, all right, we about to make this big scandal and people gonna buy my book about healing. No, bro, you're canceled.
Yeah. Right, because that's ridiculous. You done did too much, and too many men cannot stand him. And that's the thing, he messed up the message, because he has men out here referring to a lot of the things that he says as ridiculous and dumb. So, and that's kind of sad, because a lot of the stuff that he's saying is geared toward treating women right. But why is it so far-fetched to do that, to treat your woman right? Why is that? Why was he ridiculous for that part in the first place? I thought his persona was ridiculous, not his message. I thought sitting there in your Baby Gap V-neck shirt with your, your varying shades of purple and black and blue in your car with your seatbelt on and you're not driving. I thought he was ridiculous from the word go, because I'm just going to analyze it just as soon as I see it. I'm like, what is this clown? So for me,
it's not what you say, it's how you say it. And I think it's a lot of people off. But I think go ahead, babe.
I was gonna say, I think it goes full circle to what you said though. That's a shame that he was a spokesman for Black women, and then all this, like all this happened. So can anybody else do that now? You know what I mean? Like be him, but because you're gonna think that they're all suspect.
Right. Because in his own way, he took a lot of heat for being an advocate, but now it's like, well, was you faking the whole time anyways? Like you just gotta be genuine, be yourself. I think the bottom line is like nobody can tell you how to run your relationship. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't trust somebody off the internet to to guide your relationship. I mean, advice is okay, but I'm not gonna leave my husband or my boyfriend based off the 5-minute advice off one person. So that's just my and for poor Danae, I feel like she needs some counseling or legit, like, because if she has some traumas that have affected her in like the past, and the way she reacted to this, it's kind of off too. Like they got kids too, y'all. So
I don't think that woman has a clue. I don't know, like this lack of socialization. I don't know what's going on there. I'm sure more will probably be revealed than any of us really even know what to do with in terms of her and her situation, if she chooses to reveal that. But it might bring some insight, because I do feel like he saw her as this one, like, because everything he does is like, it's so calculated. I don't feel any kind of realness coming from that relationship. Sleeping together off and on for years and then get married when you think you're a relationship guru does not really a healthy relationship make. Like, not from the word go. I don't want to hear it, Derrick.
Especially using her as a shield like Nino Brown.
Right.
Pretty much.
Right. Oh my goodness.
He said, come on with your raggedy self.
Put your bonnet on. We about to make a video.
Get up from that nap, girl. You done fried that chicken.
And his reaction video to himself, didn't the mistress say, that's my house in the background?
Yes.
So, yes.
You sitting outside the mistress's house?
Like fairly recently. Like we wasn't gonna put two and two together.
But did he do that on purpose? The more and more I hear stuff, I'm like, is he like a supervillain? Like, was that on purpose to get more views?
I wouldn't put it past him.
And then some people just not as smart as they think they are. This is a hard one to play. This is one you could almost bet on to just see who about to come up, because it's so many ways this could go. Like, is he really that dumb? I don't know, because he is younger, but he ain't no baby. Like, he should know better.
He know. Especially if you're a relationship guru, you don't make a
eventually
video
it's gonna come out.
outside your mistress' house. All right, y'all. I'm tired of talking about Derrick. He didn't got on my nerves, and I ain't even with him. But let's talk about. I know everybody saw this whole conundrum with the cinnamon toast crunch. Like, first of all, I just want to start off by saying I probably could have predicted this because Cinnamon Toast Crunch is trash. It's the most trash cereal. I said it.
And we could argue about that right there, ma'am.
It's the most trash cereal out of cereals. I'd rather eat Raisin Bran.
Look what you did to Matt. Look what you did.
Raisin Bran is better.
See what you did?
Plain Cheerios with no sugar is better.
Get out of your own house right now.
Yeah.
Nobody wants it tastes burnt. It gets all weird and soggy. So all they did was add a bonus of shrimp tails for whomever was eating it.
Oh, Chamire.
Sorry.
Yeah, I don't know.
You lucky I know you, girl. I'm so glad I know you. Because if I heard a stranger say this, that's a brittle spirit. What?
I can't trust your opinion on food no more.
I'm outvoted. I'm outvoted now. I'm outvoted. I'm you, Matt. I don't like it.
I think this is all phony.
Do you?
Yeah.
I do
like I saw an interview with it was like real quick. It was an interview with I want to say he was the CEO of General Mills or whatever. And you could tell in his face, he was like, we're gonna get to the bottom of this. He don't believe none of what was just said. He was like, I reached out to the whatever the guy's name was. And him and I had a conversation. He's going to be sending us the bag.
He's not sending them that bag. He said he's not sending it.
Yeah, because they're like, we know this is we're going to destroy you. You'll mess with General Mills.
I think it's fake too, but it's so crazy. Like, why shrimp tails?
It is mad random
in the food though. I mean, but it don't have to be poo. It could have been something else. He had some. Didn't he have a few of the squares had the
baked on it?
Dental floss in the bag too.
See, that's where it went too far. That's where
and then there's a piece of tape that taped the bag shut. So like,
did you see somebody chimed in? It was like, all these doggone scientists and veterinarians, and somebody said, I'm pretty sure that's a rat's nest. And I think it was made in the bulk flour that they use. I was like, it might be, but it's like, General Mills ain't got no pest control. All that cereal y'all done sold.
Here's the thing.
I don't believe it.
They said that I read something that said that the bag was taped up. So maybe it was altered like after, like maybe in the store or something. So like maybe like a disgruntled employee threw a couple shrimp tails in there. It's the story's so far-fetched, but what really got me was General Mills' initial reaction. To kind of say that the shrimp tail, which is obviously we've all eaten shrimp, we know what a shrimp tail looks like.
And it's stimmy time. Everybody
know what shrimp look like.
And there's seafood.
Is clumps of sugar like that. Whoever they needed to lose their job, they did not respond well to that initial, because I have eyeballs, I have contacts on them to help me see better, but they still see a shrimp tail and not a clump of sugar.
That's bad pimping.
They need to hire Derrick Jaxn.
Right.
That was some bad pimping right there. You ain't
would have had us thinking that it is shrimp clumps of sugar. Well, you know what, Derrick? It might be a clump of sugar, but
you deserve shrimp. It's in there because you deserve shrimp.
Right.
That's what Derrick Jaxn would say. So you be like, you're right.
You deserve it.
And then the social media is turning on the dude who found it, because apparently he's like some kind of jerk, or involved in some kind of scandals and harassment and all that stuff. Like, don't make stuff up on the internet and and have a past.
Who was he married to? He married to somebody.
Topanga.
Yeah. How about Topanga? Like, don't mess up my bag. Boy Beast Road just came back on.
I'll be like, you know what,
He's had like 10 people come out saying like he's a liar and a terrible person, and they think that he did it. So, and people that knew him personally. So, like,
let's vote. Let's vote a fake vote. Do you think this is plausible and that somehow either through manufacturing or an employee at a store, do you think that these shrimp tails could have been in there, or do you think it was fake? Ryan, you go first. Fake or real?
Fake.
Matt?
Oh, it's definitely fake.
Monique?
Yeah, I think it's fake too. I don't buy it.
What I think? Oh, see,
You ask yourself a third person? Like what does Chamire think?
Chamire, what do you think about this?
Chamire?
I think it's likely fake. But I love a good conspiracy theory. Like, don't tell me nothing, because if you tell me something about aliens or Bigfoot, like I saw a documentary on Bigfoot the other day, and I was like, yo, I'm not 100% after watching this documentary that Bigfoot is not real. Like.
Yeah, he real. He in West Virginia, I promise.
This was like somewhere out there. West Virginia's, the Virginia areas.
All these inbreds out here stomping through these.
I saw the video, y'all. I saw the video, and it was a stop shaking your head.
Derrick Jaxn can't get away with adultery, but Bigfoot can get away for hundreds of years in the mountains of West Virginia.
Because it's not the same Bigfoot.
We got drones.
It's several.
We got cameras. The more there are, the easier it is to find them.
He was eating the food from the deer.
Listen,
eating what?
So he's eating deer food.
Yeah, the band. Yeah, he was set out like he was a hunter, so he was set out like corn, and I don't know whatever. I know one was corn, whatever else deer be eating, and I don't know, maybe it was a dry Yeti thing. He said that it was like must have been a harsh season because the Yeti was coming down, and he would just notice that all his food was gone. He was like, yo, I know that I didn't eat all this, the deer didn't eat all this food. So he set up a camera that the Yeti didn't see. Well, it wasn't a Yeti, it was a Bigfoot. And
Yeti.
because the Yeti's live in the cold.
That's an Uncle Grandpa coming to eat that corn.
And I saw it, and I was like, oh my God. It could have been a man in like a, what you call them suits. I don't know.
No suit required. They hairy too.
Yeah,
no suit required.
He put his homeboy out there. That's what happened. His homeboy was like, "Ooh, free corn."
No, they said, ain't your granddaddy also your cousin and your uncle? Go out there and eat this corn.
Eat the corn. So I don't know. The whole point was is that if you give me a good enough story, you will make me think about your point. That is just me. But I think ultimately that the Cinnamon Toast Crunch story is fake, and he's gonna get in trouble. I don't know, I don't know if they'll pursue it. But is he famous? Was he famous?
Yeah, he's marketing, right? Or is he?
He's a comedian.
A comedian. But they say he's like a marketing genius, is what he's being called. Because how several of his videos have gone viral through his own doing. So now he found some shrimp tails, huh? Okay.
That was a good idea. Something so crazy that people was like, and General Mills fell right into that with the clumps of sugar thing. But
they shouldn't have said nothing.
They should have just sent him a message and said, "Send me the tails."
Right.
Showed up to his house.
What'd you say?
So they should just show up to his house because he is a celebrity. He just show up like, "Hey, let me get the bag.
Let me get them tails. Let me get them shrimp tails." But that's
General Mills need to hire Wendy's people. Whoever do Wendy's
Twitter.
Need somebody more gangster for sure.
Wendy's be cracking me up. I'll be like, come on. Then other people be trying to come back, but you're not as gangster as Wendy's. It's just not gonna never happen. I'm sorry.
I think my favorite Wendy's one was like hey Wendy's, how much does a Big Mac cost? And Wendy's said, your dignity. I was like,
oh.
Shots fired.
Wendy's,
getting me annihilated. That's terrible.
Yeah, but I think they like their social media manager is probably like a 21-year-old kid. Just don't even, or maybe that's General Mills, because one person is right and one person is wrong, and they're not the same person, so they need to talk. But all right, this happened last week, y'all. We didn't get a chance to talk about it, but I kind of want to talk about the whole Kirk Franklin situation. And how his son released that tape of Kirk Franklin, the acclaimed gospel singer. Is he a minister? I don't think he's a minister. He might be. I don't know. But
Music
I know
is the ministry. I
think he
right.
preached from time to time.
Right. Everybody knows Kirk Franklin's stomp, and he just reached a lot of people who otherwise would not have access to that type of music, you know. And his, like I said, his 33-year-old son released a video, a private conversation of Kirk Franklin calling him everything but a child of God. Matt, what do you think about that? What do you think about just the fact that his son would release a private conversation?
His son is ungrateful. He's disrespectful, and he deserved every piece of that cussing out. Every syllable. Okay.
Yeah.
There's a reason why Kirk was flying off the handle on me. I don't know what it was, but you could see in his actions that he deserved it.
It was provoked.
It was provoked.
What you think,
and
Ryan?
even Kirk was saying, like, don't talk to me like this, right? So I think his son intentionally left out of the part of the conversation where he was going off on his dad. So I go off on him too. Let one of my kids talk to me crazy, and when they 30 something, they
that's too much. That's your line.
So yeah, I agree with Matt. Like, so he's a Christian, but Christians are people. Like his son brought him to that point. So I don't know what he said, but I couldn't see myself ever cussing at my kid like that. Like that's like full blown.
Hey,
I'm about to fight you.
If RJ came in and called you, because I could be wrong, but I think the son told him like to shut the F up. So if RJ said that to you, what would your reaction be?
I'd be very upset. Well, I don't know if I could like Kirk Franklin is now like it's a new scale. I don't know if I could be Kirk Franklin upset at my own child, but I'm not saying it was wrong. I'm just saying I don't know if I get up there. that's a lofty. He was saying some curses together. I was like, that's pretty creative. I like that.
What you think, Monique?
I mean, I think he more than likely deserved every single last letter, because grown kids being disrespectful can bring you there. And if you want to talk to me like I'm a stranger off the street, like you don't know who I be, like you don't know I'm from Chi-Town, don't let this little cityscape fool you. You'll get hurt. I don't know what to tell you. I'm sure if there's a counselor involved in all of that, I'm sure this goes on for longer than anybody could imagine. And I have seen personally both types of grown kids that are respectful, grown kids that are disrespectful. And people still be taken care of and spending their money and stuff on grown kids in their 30s that are disrespectful. So you're not about to cuss me out.
Well, I read that, he no longer has contact with this child. And I know that would take a lot because, I mean, I worked hard for all my babies. I don't know if I could ever, not like that. That's so crazy.
Good job, Brian.
I don't know if I could ever, outside of like them being like a raging like addict or something where it's harmful, where they may be harmful to me. I would think I would have an issue not speaking to a child that that's my child. But I don't know, maybe if he got brought to that level, then their relationship is like beyond bad. Like it's just not good. So who thinks that they could just, if the relationship is toxic between your child, do you think that you could cut them off? Or do you think like you just might have like a hello, how you doing, an occasional text conversation? Like what would you do? Anybody can jump in.
I mean, to me, it depends on, honestly, that's about the maturity level of that child, because I'm not going to completely cut off ties and having a relationship with my child, but I will put you out. Oh yeah, I'll put you out. I will stop paying for you. I will drop you off at your nearest recruiting station. I will take you to Job Corps, but you can't be up in here. You know, I'm gonna help you.
33,
and if you don't,
you the age out of both of them options.
look. I see. Look, they turned the Air Force taking at 39 now. So, you know, as long as they keep it like that, I'll drop your 40-year-old look, because you're not gonna disrespect. You're not gonna disrespect me like that. Like seriously, we all plan to be in our children's. No, I don't think any parent that had a child, that whether you're playing for the child or not, once they get there, your goal is just to see them through life as long as you breathe it. And when your children continuously compromise you feeling like that, when you are making me dislike you as my child, man, you're pushing me. So yeah, I'm going to cuss you out right now, because I know I'm not going to be able to just say goodbye to somebody that I've pushed for. So I'm gonna cuss you out. You're gonna get cussed out, and I'm probably gonna pull up on you too, because this is ridiculous. But I'm not gonna, be done with them after that. Now, if they don't want to talk to me, they don't want to answer when I call or whatever, I'm still gonna reach out. I'm still gonna drive past your house and be like, okay, that fool's still alive, and then I'm carrying on. But yeah, and they'll get over it. I believe they'll get past it too. Everybody say that I ain't talking to that fool no more, and then a month or two later, y'all back talking, because that's family,
Yeah, family is different, because I can cut somebody out my life in an instant.
Yeah,
but family is different.
family do
Matt,
hit
do
different.
you think that you could cut a disrespectful adult child off?
I think it depends on the degree of disrespect and the circumstances behind it. In general, I would say no. As mad as I would get, I'm a very forgiving person when it comes to family. So they would have to do something extremely bad for it to come to that point.
Okay.
And I don't even know what that extremely bad thing would be.
Right. No, I get that. I totally. Ryan, what about you?
No, I couldn't. Like you said, like it's easy for an adult who's not family, or even some family members who are adults, but like your child is like an appendage. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I don't know what could get me
More
to the
important than
point.
hair.
More important than my hair, yes, because I cut that off.
Sorry.
I see we're gonna keep going back here. I see this is gonna be a theme. Okay. But yeah, I don't know if I don't believe I could do that with my kid. I'm trying to think of an instance. I think maybe addiction through intervention, like that might be the only time. But even then, I still want, like, I'm gonna send him to the best rehab I can afford.
Yeah.
We're gonna be separated, but I'm still gonna take care of you. You know what I mean? Like I can't, like, I think the curse out shows that he still cares for his son, as backwards as that sounds.
No, I don't know.
There was
That was
still
rage.
Because they
That
bring
was
you
rage.
outside of, yeah.
Right. But the opposite of love isn't necessarily, or I should say on the spectrum, right? Love and hate are emotions. Ambivalence is lack of emotion. Like if he had just hung up, just like,
Right.
and then his son would have been escorted off his private jet, because probably when he was sitting in.
His son, that's part of the issue, is that they've been having like an ongoing issue where I guess Kurt Franklin doesn't provide as much money for him. But you're 33 years old, and I'm sure throughout the years he has provided you education and money and luxury. So if you did not take all that in the 33 years that you was alive, and you just expect somebody to keep, he's not an ATM, he's a person.
Right. And then you got a child.
So
my money
yeah.
Right.
So then that goes back to last episode. Then maybe you shouldn't buy your kids brand new SUVs, because they don't know how to appreciate nothing.
And they might eat, yeah.
Well, I told you, Ayana first car gonna have just donuts on it. It's not even having real tires.
All four?
Mm-hmm.
So dangerous.
Now, Chamire, come on now.
Name it Duncan.
Like you can't.
The seatbelt's not gonna work. Oh, you gotta
Name
learn how to
Duncan.
tough. But okay, since we're speaking about children, let's talk about the 57-year-old woman who just gave birth to a son via IVF. So just a little backstory about her is she lost a child so she's 57. She lost a child in 2016. That's very sad. I'm sorry for her loss. And then she decided that she wanted to have another child. So in 2016, when she lost the first child, she was 52. She was already 52. So now, 5 years later, she gets pregnant with this baby that she named Jack. I know that via the article. And little Jack is in the world now. But when Jack graduates high school, depending on if he's 17 or 18, the mom gonna be 74 or 75 years old when he graduates high school. So a lot of places won't do it, but they found a place in Boston that will still do IVF for a woman in her 50s. So how, Monique, since you're a woman like me, how do you feel about getting pregnant at 56 and having a baby at 57?
I think speaking as a woman with experience with fertility issues, just keeping it a stack, I'm grown. I understand what she might be experiencing with that level of want, but I don't think that was a decision made unselfishly, but that looks to me like not fully making it all the way through those stages of grief, like just stopping dead at denial and saying, I'm not too old to do this. And
that's a good point. That's a very good point.
Tough. That's tough to me because, I'm sure I would have a house full of kids if all the plumbing was perfect, you know what I mean? But that wasn't in the cards. If I wanted to do it again, I'm not going past 38. I'm not. And I think that's just because realistically, I already have a 14-year-old. You know what I mean? I already have an 8-year-old. Now, where this lady didn't have any children, you still have to factor in, are you even going to still be alive for this child? There's parts of life, anybody, you already at risk for dying every time you get in your car. Why complicate that and add to it that you might just age out of the game? You know what I mean?
It's true. And then you got a 17-year-old who's trying to figure out life without a parent.
And that motherly, that nurturing and stuff is not there. You cannot, exponentially increase how much you love your child so that they get all the love they need before they hit their 30s and find somebody that they, or find a high school sweetheart. You can't make that. I mean, every year your child ages, don't you feel like you got to work harder to show them how much you love them? It's like, and I can't imagine, passing away and my child ain't even grown yet, or just barely, got grown.
17, not graduating high school is not grown.
No, it's not. 20-something not grown these days. These kids don't even know how to interact with other humans. They've been on a tablet. They've been
on do their taxes.
They can't do their taxes. It's so much to teach them.
What do you got, Ryan? What do you think? Do you think it's okay, or what do you? Just tell me your background. I mean, your opinion on this.
I don't have a uterus, so I can't speak for any of them things, obviously. And I want to tell a woman what to do with her body. And my only, I want to say it's irresponsible, but I know I've had a couple coworkers whose daddies are in their 70s, late 70s, early 80s. Like men have been doing it since forever.
That's true.
It is different, obviously, because it becomes more complicated for a woman. And again, I feel uncomfortable, but you shouldn't do that with your body. But look at Mayweather's daddy. He had a baby, and that dude's old as dirt.
But how old is the baby mama? See, somebody might still be there for that child.
Okay, you got me on that one, because she is very young. So
two old parents,
So Matt, I'm like,
Matthew, what you think?
Monique pretty much stole everything I wanted to say. I think
Why would you do that, Monique?
Extremely selfish, right? And I mean, you're going to leave a person out here without anyone to guide them in one of the most important times of their life, in the early 20s.
Possibly now, possibly.
Assuming that's what I'm. Let me make the girl.
I don't want to put no bad juju on a woman and have people thinking we won't let her die. We want her to live. Be 100, girl.
I want her to live long and prosper.
He said, I wanted to live.
But if she don't, right? We're in the middle of a pandemic. It's over 500,000 people dead in our country alone. Like, there's no guarantee for tomorrow, like you said, right? And the older you get, the higher possibility that you're not going to be here too much longer, you know? So I think it's selfish for her to do that to another human being just because she wanted a kid.
Right.
And like people ask me, namely my mom, is like, y'all gonna have another baby? And I'm like, look, I'm 37 years old. I'm not gonna be chasing no teenager around in my 50s trying to keep up with them. You know?
True.
So
we're gonna be going to Kirk Franklin up in this mug.
exactly.
But no child in existence has ever asked to be born.
Right.
That's deep for no reason.
That's what I'm saying.
That's a part of the argument of being pro-life while it's cooking, but not after the babies get here.
But I'm saying, like, no kid, like, because some kids were like, well, I didn't ask to be born. I didn't ask to be put in a situation.
Right.
No one did. No one did. Like, it's just, that's the way life works. Mm-hmm. Somebody decided that they wanted to have you, or not, and now you here.
Or not.
So. Yeah, it's selfish. I don't think she should have done it. It's just my
I'm worried there. I don't like that. I mean, because then you got all the things that happen in older age too: strokes, heart attacks, can't get up and down, falling, can't get up, broken hip, all kind of stuff. You know, you got a baby.
Right. You don't want your kid to be a caretaker for you. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That part.
So like you supposed to be taking care of me. And I mean, I think the average age is what, like 82, 83, something like that. Mm-hmm. So according to statistics, at max, he's gonna have his mom for like 22 or 23 years. So I think, Monique, you hit it on the head, and I didn't even think about it that way. I think she was in the stages of grieving, and she got into like denial or anger, maybe somewhere between denial and anger, and said, I'm still gonna do this. And I don't know. I just pray baby Jack has a extended family that's going to, take care of him or whatever. But all right. I don't know.
I hope Rose leaves a room for him on the door.
What'd you say?
Titanic reference. Didn't make any sense. Moving on. What?
Okay.
All right. So quickly, I wanted to just spend just a few quick couple minutes on this. I was scrolling on the interwebs, and I saw an article that a host was fired in Buffalo, New York, my hometown. Shout out to Buffalo. He was fired because he was speaking about his preference of Black women. Now, I didn't get to hear the whole article, but from what I can gather, I don't know why these group of people decided that they would be talking about the complexion of African-American women. Like, it's just inappropriate at all levels. Okay. But this dude who looked like the back of a donkey's anus had the nerve to yes, the back of one. I don't know what the front looked like. He like at the back of a donkey's anus. Has nerve to comment about his preference of Black women's shades, and they all in the background. Well, what about this person? And I'm just like, what? So he said,
the whole thing, yes.
He said, I would never go to a Serena Williams, but I'm comfortable at a Halle Berry level, and that he needs a little mulatto still coming through. Then he said, it can't be like he's finna go on some more to
I was like, what?
Cut him off. So we don't know how deep he was gonna get into.
I would have just let him carry on for his last appearance on radio.
The producers in the background screaming, like, shut up.
I'm sure.
But he needs a little mulatto. Do you even know that the word mulatto, that is a derogatory term in itself? So this whole conversation was just like unbelievable. Like, I don't know. That's just how I felt about it. I felt like it, as if Serena Williams would ever even.
Exactly.
I was gonna say his preference don't matter because no self-respecting Black woman would be with him anyway, making ignorant comments like that. And you figure he'd learn his lesson over the past. You add in many examples over the years, like you don't say this type of stuff.
Yeah, like Don Imus or somebody like that would have shown him that that's not the way to go.
Not Don Imus, Lord.
Yeah, but I mean that just goes to show you, like, just like everyone in that conversation has no awareness, period.
Yeah.
Like the lady in the conversation who should be protective of other ladies, you would think at least she threw fuel into the fire. Like,
Right.
what about
Gail King?
Gail King, like she's like thinking of people of
Is
different
she
complexions.
lighting up for you? Is she like what?
Yeah.
What? What?
And how none of them knew that mulatto was a derogatory term, because I've heard that in my adult life from another adult before, and I had to check him. Like, do you know what that means? Like, what you just said was super offensive. He was like, I never knew. My family says it all the time.
Nope.
Well,
I mean, unless you're a Boondocks fan and you my shade. I don't know. I don't know.
Crazy.
I feel like if he was comfortable enough to say that on air,
yeah,
because he even said I might get in trouble for this, so he knew it wasn't right. So if you comfortable and bold enough to say that on air, what do you say at your kitchen table, like when nobody else is listening?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah,
like, and then there's sports examples too. Like they were talking about Lamar Jackson, right? There was a sports commentator that said that his secret weapon was his complexion, because when he was holding the ball, you couldn't see he was running with it.
Mm-hmm.
He's trying to say that he was so dark you couldn't see he was hiding the ball.
Oh yeah, my brain was like, what? Yeah, I remember that.
And I'm like, what is wrong with y'all? Like, what, you don't think like at least one step ahead of what you say before you say it?
It's like a word regurgitation. Like there's no filter to kind of catch some of that stuff. But I don't think he cared, because he said I may get in trouble for this. Well, you did. Now you don't have a job.
I don't know how much trouble he thought he was gonna get in. I think he probably felt like, we still saying this. Can I slide this in? Because it really don't make no sense to me. You know what I mean? Like,
did he skip all of 2020? Like,
that's what I'm saying. Like, was he asleep? Was he in a coma from the Rona? Like, where you been?
Mm-hmm.
We're not putting up with that mess no more.
No, we're not. Now you don't have a job. No, and and they won't never hire him back, because like advertisers have like stopped advertising on that program and that radio station. So he didn't really got y'all together. So good luck rebounding with that. So I just thought that was like crazy. Like in 2021, people still have the audacity. If people got nothing else, it's the audacity. That's what they got.
Yeah.
Nothing else. I'm sick of them. Okay. Now, lastly, I just want to go into our one has to go. This is a good one, y'all. This is a good one. This is a good one, Matt. Come on.
Here we go.
Watch it, y'all, because y'all been tripping today.
Matt, we was on the same team last time, but I don't know about this time. All right. One has to go. Of course, that's all its variants, all varieties of it is gone. Okay.
Everything it touches?
Well, no, it don't really touch nothing.
Okay.
You touch it. So one has to go. Pizza, tacos, burgers, or wings. And wings could be buffalo wings, barbecue wings, zesty Asian wings, all of them. They all gone.
Too easy.
Pizza.
Too easy. What?
You take your... You wearing a Chicago shirt, you gonna say pizza?
Oh, well, that pizza from there is trash anyway, so.
Oh,
there it is.
Well, it is a known fact that Buffalo has the best pizza. So.
And wings. So neither one of them can go.
So here's what I'll say to this, right? So I'm from
Chicago. Who told y'all that? Derrick Jaxn? Y'all been
the soup pizza? Yeah. Go ahead.
Listen. Chicago is where I'm from, right? So pizza has to stay. It's the best pizza in the country, and New York is number 2, right? But New York is very good. So whenever you argue number 1 and 2, you're still the best, right? Man, I hate to say this, man. We're gonna disagree because you're from Buffalo. Like, you threw wings on there just to argue, right? I love tacos, and I make a killer burger. So I would have to pick. No, I can't pick wings. My wife makes some of the best wings on the planet.
On Moses, you're gonna have to pick pizza, bro. We don't even because we don't even really get down.
Pick what? What'd you pick?
Tacos.
Tacos are gone.
Tuesday's gone. All of Tuesday is gone.
No more taco friends.
No more carnitas. No more.
No more birria.
I mean, you saying this like
no
like,
quiero?
Look, I'm half Puerto Rican. Like, tacos can go.
He feel like he done had his share.
What are you getting at?
The disrespect.
Okay, Monique, Matt, I always be trying to root for you, but you just be picking the wrong stuff every week.
He said tacos. As many tacos as I make. I'm a tacoologist, man. You over here.
Okay, what gotta go for you, Monique?
I'm gonna say I told y'all pizza. It's pizza for me.
Yeah, you said pizza.
I mean, and it's probably for purely selfish reasons. You know, as I age, more lactose issues. I don't need all that cheese. No way. It's greasy. So no, it's only so much you can do with a pizza, and I'm really, really critical of pizza.
What you mean? It's only so much you can do everything with a pizza. You can have chicken pizza. You can have meatless.
But I'm critical.
She got a list.
Anything I can put on a taco, I can put on that pizza.
To the crust,
no, you can't
on a pizza.
Almost anything.
Ryan, we gotta go.
Oh, burgers off top, and I love a good burger, but pizza has to stay. Buffalo has the best pizza in the world. I've been to Sicily, second best pizza in the world. Buffalo still killed them. Then obviously wings got to stay.
Buffalo, you know what? We're gonna go up there. I'm sorry.
You need to. Or when you come down, or when you come to visit us in Florida, there's a spot. Probably like an hour and a half away, owned by people from Buffalo, and they get all their stuff from Buffalo to make the pizza. So it's at-home pizza. It's gonna blow your mind. You're gonna renounce. You're gonna throw that shirt away.
Nope. But we going to Chicago. We need to go to Chicago.
Listen,
that's what needs to happen.
I
need to blog that trip.
Chicago pizza. Now, can I say I've ever had a real Chicago pizza? No.
Yeah.
I had Uno's.
No.
That's like the McDonald's of Chicago pizza. Like,
thank you.
Come on.
It tastes good. It takes too long to cook. Number one, I got to wait 25 minutes for my pizza to cook. But number one is that has to stay is tacos. Like, I love a taco. You can just have all sorts of tacos, some barbacoa, some carne asada. Yes, a taco has to stay.
No tacos.
Second is pizza. Third is wings and burgers.
Wings from Buffalo. You have to say that.
No, wings are good.
Tacos are third for me.
No, I can eat tacos every single day and not get sick of it.
They are great.
But burgers, burgers are cool. If I really am jonesing for a burger, I can just eat meatloaf.
No.
That is
I'm down there concerned with Matt and his tacos because he probably think he gonna just eat everything that go in the taco and then try to use something else for a shell. You ain't wrapping nothing in nothing. If you can't have a taco, you get no variant.
Nothing in nothing.
You don't not a hot dog bun,
not no lettuce cup, nothing.
Not no gyro.
Don't even fold your pizza.
You can't even nothing. No, not even a variant of a taco. Nah.
What did you get rid of? Oh, you got rid of pizza. Yeah.
I got rid of pizza. I mean,
Chicagoan.
Because I can still look. I'll just have it and call it flatbread. Ain't that what they do anyway? They take it and change the name of it. You still eat it.
That's
like open face or whatever.
No way.
No, I
put it on the
have to
tostada.
slap it down. That looked too much like pizza.
Dang. Yeah, I got some real police in my plate.
Get that pita out of here.
Dang, no pita bread. What about naan? Can I have naan?
No, you can't have no naan.
Dang. All right, look. Revote.
You can't even have a bagel. I'm taking them from you too.
Revote. I'm getting rid of burgers then. Burgers gotta go there.
Oh
yeah, man. They're delicious, but they're definitely not in my top 3. Sorry.
Yeah. I'm gonna go and kick burgers.
You wanna come over to the burger side?
No. The burgers are down there. I do love tacos though. I asked Monique for carnitas the other day. And she told me no, we haven't pulled pork. So
I already got the stuff for it. Don't be putting me like that, like I'm just somebody that don't feed you what you want to eat. You gotta ask earlier than that. I already got the stuff.
She already prepped. She already meal prepped.
Exactly. I'm prepped. Once the prepping is done, that's it, player. You don't have to get
We've all seen the cover curtain, right?
Yeah.
You remember the part where Mr. says this one or this one?
Yeah.
And then Steely picks one and then he throws the one she picks away.
Yes.
That's what Monique does me all the time with food. She was like, what do you want? I said carnitas. She was like, pulled pork it is.
He a doggone laugh.
Well,
he said pulled pork in the store, got buns and everything, and then turned around after that. It was like, we should have carnitas because our grill went out. Our grill's not working.
Our grill is not working, which is
he wants to smoke it all day.
I
was gonna put it in this pot.
Well, Well, that
We
Instapot
had
is no
different
joke.
ideas.
That Instapot, I just got one recently.
Mhm.
It's a life changer. Well, Matt, you by yourself
Exactly.
again. I'm sorry.
Again.
That's why I be letting you go first, because I don't want nobody to think that you're doing this on purpose. That's just how we pick. Wrong.
Well, it makes the conversation interesting to have
Man,
three
no,
people
this
be
was
wrong.
stressful.
So,
Oh, okay. Okay.
Okay, Matt. Okay.
All right.
Okay.
On that note, I think we should wrap. So for closing remarks, definitely thank the host for making another excellent, fun, action-packed show. Thank you to the people who are watching the show. Format change. So the Patreon's going down. It's going to be reworked. So because of that, thank you, Daniel Evans, for being our patron on Patreon. But we'll drop episode 4 today, episode 5. Or I'm sorry, we dropped episode 4. We're going to also drop episode 5. So we'll start going into a weekly rotation in real time. So there's no pay gate slowing it down. So people get this information right away. You can hit us up if you have questions, comments, concerns, or just want to give us something to talk about at so boom podcast at gmail.com.
Wait, can I say something real quick?
Yeah.
If you do have a question for our Ask Us segment where you want us to answer, please send your question to this email that Ryan is about to say again for you, so that we can answer these questions on air. So Ryan, can you say that email address one more time?
Yes, it is okay. That's OKAY. So boom podcast at gmail.com.
Send your questions, people.
There you go. Of course, you're already watching this on YouTube, so you know where the channel is. But if you listen to it on audio, it's the OK So Boom YouTube channel. You can also hit us up on Twitter at OKAY So Boom, the number 1. And then we have a Facebook account, same name. And then Instagram, OKAY underscore so underscore boom. So those are all the places you can reach us.
All right. Well, we shall see you guys next week. Again, thanks for tuning in. We appreciate all the love and support. And we'll talk to you next week. Bye, guys.
Bye.